All right. Welcome back to the last session of the night, if you will. Damn, James, where you been at? You know we have abandonment issues. What up? How's it going, Megan? Highly appreciate that. Who was that right there? Shelby. Hey, thank you, Sue, for that daily heart. Who's that over here? Let me see. Kimberly, gracias. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Hey, Cake Baby, welcome. Yeah, James, why you abandon us like that? Hey, don't trip. I'm gonna make it up to you guys. I'm bringing back the unmute button by popular demand, if you will, depending on what stream you're looking at. You might have it in a different part of the screen. So the unmute button is bragged by popular demand, and this is also they're sponsoring this video, if you will. What up, Shelby? What up, Katie? That's right. Let me see who else. Sue, thank you. TGIF, thank you. Highly appreciate the TGIFs and the goats right there, if you will. Let's go ahead and get the chat on the screen here for all of you guys. Here we go. Let me see. Hey, thank you, Miss Wednesday Adams. Thank you for that daily heart. I can only imagine the excuses tonight. Let me see. What up, Cha-Cha? Man, you guys definitely been missing out. For those of you that don't for those of you that haven't that don't keep up on YT, man, we've had it's been a wild roller coaster today, if you will. Hey, what's up, Harmony? How's it going? Welcome to You Have a Collect Call From. Let me see over here. Let me pop the chat. Let me pop the chat like it's hot over here. Let me see. Here we go. See, pop out the chat so I can see some of these messages here. Bam, bam. Let me see. YT's been fun, right? Yup. Hey, what's up, Sherry? White, thank you. Highly appreciate that follow. What's up? I think that's Nora. How's it going? What up, James? What up, Kay? Let me see. I have been watching. Yeah, I've been in the chat. Hey, what's up? I don't know what the name is, but you have a pink little heart. I think it might be a B. Good morning from the UK, y'all. Let me see. What up, Christina? Gracias. Hey, what up, Hot Mess Express? We got Hot Mess Express in the chat, if you will. Who else do we got? We got Harmony. We got Matthew.
You may be seated.
Hey, she's early today. She's a minute early. What the what? All right. And she's about to hit some switches, if you will. Oh, she's typing all upset. All right. I hope all of you guys are doing good today. There's no boxes today, Kay. You're going to be looking at empty boxes, if you want. And I can't zoom out. This is the maximum zoom out.
This is the time set for the 11 p.m. calendar on April 25th, 2025.
Good morning.
The course orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. If we could start with Robert Contreras to the podium and John James to the chair.
Hey, you're welcome for those stickers. Hey, if you don't mind letting me know where you located, because damn, it took a while.
Get your name and date of birth.
Robert
hey, James, how's it going?
April 16th, 1996.
Damn, I don't see nobody.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant coming out of Yavapai County Superior Court.
Yes, ma'am.
It does look like it relates to a probation violation.
Yes, ma'am.
Right here?
It does also indicate
right
that you are ordered to serve 21 days in the Yavapai County Jail. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in the Yavapai County Superior Court. That'll be on April 30th at 8:30 in the morning. They have indicated that they will extradite you to Yavapai County. And on this case, you are being held non-bondable. So you'll remain in custody here until they pick you up for that hearing, and then they will address anything as it relates to the probation violation. Did you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, thank you. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
John James to the podium.
James, I can't see him.
You got to the chair.
You got the cursor circling his face. You're fondling his face with your cursor, James.
Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
10/13/76. John James.
Paula, thank you for that.
Sir. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does look like you were seen earlier today on the 2 p.m. calendar.
I did,
This relates to the same set of charges. However,
why is it delayed?
it is
I
now
don't
one
know.
count of murder in the second degree due to the passing of the
Feeling
victim.
feisty tonight.
I am going to
aren't
appoint
you?
an attorney in this case, and I'm going to set a status conference on May 1st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 5th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $750,000. If that bond is posted, you'll be released to pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You will also have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainant, or witnesses, or any next of kin of the alleged victim. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Donnie to the podium, and Mr. Alano Ravelard to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
How you doing? Donnie Azarick, January 19, 1997.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or a dangerous instrument, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of threat or intimidation, a misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 1st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 5th at 8:30.
Damn, he's like
In
the
this
headless.
case, you have a secured appearance bond of $75,000.
He's like the
Bond is
headless
posted.
horseman
You will have
right
written
there.
conditions of release. It will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime,
There is a
no
delay,
contact with any
I
alleged victims,
think, in the
complainants, or
video.
witnesses. You are not to possess any weapons, and you must obey the terms of any order of protection that is issued or to be
Don't worry
issued in
about the
future.
delay. You
All
can't
of
even
that
see
will
their
be in your
face, so
paperwork. Did you have any
when they
questions?
talk, it don't even matter.
Thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. The other way, over towards the officer.
What matters is that you can
Alano
hear.
to
Trust
the
me.
chair, or to the podium, excuse me, and Justin Daly to
We
the
can
chair.
have video, but if we don't have any audio, it's all bad. As long as we can hear what's going on, that's what matters. You guys are focusing on the
Good
wrong
evening.
thing,
Can I get
if
your
you
name and
will.
date of birth?
Lano Robillard, birth date is 6/106.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a grand jury warrant that was issued for you.
Thank you,
It's
Star.
for an offense date of May 29th, 2024 and May 19th of 2024. It's for 1 count of discharging a firearm in city limits, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of a minor carrying a firearm, also a Class 6 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney to
Being
represent you, and you're
optimistic
going to
like
have an
James.
arraignment hearing May
What
2nd
up,
at 8:30 in the morning.
Robinson?
I'm affirming the cash-only appearance
doesn't
bond of
even
$25,000. If you post, hold on one
listen
second.
to these fools, James.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I was just wondering, when's May 2nd? Because I still got school and all that.
Today is the 25th.
Hey, thank you for that, Star.
Friday, May 2nd. It's a week from today. Is your hearing? You have a cash-only bond of $25,000.
What up,
If you
Nikki?
post that bond, you'll be released, and you'll have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and then you'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid a failure to appear warrant and forfeiture of any bonds you do post.
Yeah.
The streets are
Did you have any
dangerous.
questions, sir?
No, that's kind of was my only question about the whole school thing.
Okay, so if you post bond, then of course you could make it to school. If you don't post bond, then your next hearing will be a
My
week
boy.
from today at 8:30
Yeah.
in the morning.
You on the streets with
Just
one of
up to
those
your left, I'll
dang
give you that
dangs?
paperwork.
You ain't worried about school,
Justin
homeboy.
Daly to the podium and Diane Lowe
What
to
up,
the
purple
chair.
lady? They're always inconvenience. You weren't thinking about that
Good
when you were
evening,
out
sir.
there.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
That's Justin Daly, September 19th, 82.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant coming out of Gila County, and it is for a probation violation
Should be worrying about
warrant.
dropping that
I
soap.
am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set an arraignment hearing in Gila County on April 30th at 8:30 in the morning. They have indicated that they will extradite you. You do have a secured appearance bond of $5,000. So if you do post that bond, you'll have written
Thank you for
conditions
that,
of
Davey.
release. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours, and then you'll need to get yourself to that hearing, which will take place in Gila County. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
What up with that David
No, I
Hart?
just wondering how I got a probation violation when I'm off probation. I got off probation March 15th. I didn't have a probation violation then. I'm just curious why I haven't. How I got a violation.
How am I going to
when I'm not
maintain
on
that
probation
4.0 GPA? What
I'm
up?
trying
What
to
up?
see
How's
if
it going,
tells you when
girl?
the date of the warrant was.
There's that damn box, the box of in my nightmares. Or, hey, but this video is sponsored by the unmute box,
Not
if you will.
clear when the warrant issued. Oh, here it is. March 5th, 2025. So you'll have to address it with them if you thought you were getting off of probation shortly after the date this warrant was issued, but that's when they issued the warrant for you for a probation violation.
10 days before I got off. Okay. Yes.
If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that
Hey,
paperwork.
10 days ain't nothing, man. Come on,
Diane
relax.
Lowe to the podium and Travis Parker to the chair.
It ain't nada. Yeah, James, what you try to do in 10 days? No, thank you. That's why I don't commit crimes.
Good evening. Could I get your name?
Because I'm not about
Lowe
that
to the
life.
podium and Travis Parker to the chair.
Sierra, thank you for the follow.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Diane Lowe, 6/28/1986.
Thank you. It does look like you are here on an out-of-county warrant coming from the Casa Grande Justice Court. Looks like you've had multiple failure to appears
All right.
for a DUI charge you have in Casa Grande. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set an arraignment hearing in the Casa Grande Justice Court on April 30th at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond of $2,702. If you postpone, you have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and then you'll need to ensure you get to that hearing. Date, time, and location will be in your paperwork. If you don't postpone, they have indicated they will extradite you for that hearing, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, ma'am. Travis Parker to the podium and Jeffrey Rowe to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Tavis Parker and 02/21/1997.
Thank you, sir. And I apologize. I added an R to your first name.
Okay.
It does look like you're here on a probation violation warrant that was issued for you with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 13 of your probation.
Not
What are
13.
those exactly?
Let's see. They indicated term 3 is you did not report as directed on November 26th, December 3rd, and January 21st. Term 5 is you did not provide safe access or unrestricted access to your residence and did not receive prior approval before changing residence. And number 13 is you failed to self-surrender to the county jail on March 14th for a 6-month jail term.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
At
going
least it
to
wasn't
appoint an
15.
attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing May 2nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $2,500.
Okay.
If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. You'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of the bond. Did you have any questions?
Is that does it say if it's flat time? I know because when I was reading the conditions, is that early release to treatment, early release to reach out. But at the same time, it's weird because it says flat time on there.
The petition to revoke doesn't indicate on the probation that was signed November. It says defendant will serve 6 months in the county jail beginning March 14th with a credit for 0 days, not to be released until 9/14. And then you indicated you would report to your adult probation within 72 hours of your release from jail. It doesn't specifically say flat time, but the dates given imply that it is flat time. It will be the full 6 months. But again, it doesn't specifically say that. It just says March 14th to September 14th was the set time periods had you self-surrendered on March 14th.
Okay, so I'm gonna on the May 2nd. That's when I'm gonna have all.
Your next hearing, correct, will be May 2nd at 8:30.
Okay.
Okay. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jeffrey Rowe to the podium and Tasha Sarmiento to the chair.
Is this live? I don't sound like that.
Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Jeffrey Nicholas Rowe, 9/7/89.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a warrant for your arrest. It looks like it indicates that was issued on April 14th, 2025, and it relates to failing to charge your GPS ankle monitor,
No
resulting in the loss
consummation
of
of the
GPS
marriage.
data as of April 8th, 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
You already have counsel in this case. I'll affirm the attorney previously appointed. You're going to have a status conference May 1st at 8:30. and a
Alright.
preliminary hearing May 5th at 8:30.
Alright.
You have a secured appearance bond of $500. If you post bond, you have written conditions of release, and then you'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of the bond.
Yes,
Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you'll
Thank
step
you
to your
for
left,
that
I'll give you
daily
that
heart.
report. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We can't see
Tasha
their
Sarmiento to the podium and Hubert Barnes to the chair.
we can't see their faces. James, I am convinced everyone in
Good
jail
evening. Can I get
tonight.
your name and date of birth?
Where everybody at?
72383.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a
James, late night
probation
comedy
violation
hour.
warrant.
Failure to appear.
It looks like
They're on the other stream.
you
They're
had
on
failed
the
to
small
report to
account.
adult probation on multiple occasions, and you failed to contact your adult probation department within 72 hours of release from jail on April
Thank you for
18th,
that daily heart.
2025. So I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing May 2nd at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $500. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. You'll also need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid a failure to appear warrant and forfeiture of that bond. All of that will be in your
Thank you for
paperwork.
that
Do you have
daily
any
heart.
questions? No. Okay, if you step to your left, I'll give you that paperwork.
How can you
Step away,
guys
ma'am.
send them daily hearts?
Hubert
I'm
Barnes
new
to the
here.
podium.
And did you hear
And
how he
Daniel
talked to
Ol-
me? He's
Olmeyer to the
rude.
chair.
He is rude. He's a rude one.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
I'm Hubert T. Barnes, 1976,
And what's the month and day of birth?
1124.
I'm
you so much.
leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like
I
you were
don't like the way
previously
he
before
answers my
this court
questions.
on April 23rd, and you were seen
Welcome,
for a
all
new
stars.
offense at that time. Looks like because you're also on probation, they have issued a probation revocation based on
Hey,
a term
thank
1
you.
violation.
Sorry.
It just kind
Sarissa.
of startled me. Like, I was in the room. I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
go to court on the 29th.
For the
and-
other, for the
for
one
the
you were seen on
misdemeanors.
April 23rd? Okay.
And I was like, a page 2? I said, because I ain't never had a page 2. I ain't know what it means. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I
Yeah.
got a job,
Oh, you got a
everything,
job.
you know what I mean? And I'm
Everything.
working and
Working.
It
Family
essentially,
man.
it means because you were picked up on a new offense, it's a term 1 violation of your probation to have been picked up on a new offense, and so they're
I
violating
turned
you.
myself
Hey,
in.
thank you for
So they're
consistently
violating you
watching.
on probation for that
Jay,
new
my
offense.
finger, my finger hurts.
So I'm going to appoint an attorney,
No
but you're
one
going to have a
else is
probation
tapping.
revocation hearing May 2nd at 8:30, and then you have a secured appearance bond in this case of $500.
Hey, what up?
If
Come
you
on.
post that bond, you're going to have written conditions of release. It will include contacting your probation officer.
Hey,
within
help
72
Shay right
hours.
here.
So,
Trying to get to the
can I ask you a
20K,
question?
if you will.
I can post my
Tap,
bond
tap,
500
tap. Ooh, Dolphins.
Correct.
Thank you.
and get out tonight.
Thank you, kindred
Did you
spirits.
post bond on your other charges?
I was trying to get the likes
On
of
my,
another account.
on my misdemeanor
Going
charges?
back
Correct.
to that one.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
They
do
told
you-
me to wait till I
Thank you.
come to court and talk to you.
Okay, so you still have a $1,500 bond on those charges, and now you have an additional $500 bond on your probation case, so it's
Wait,
a total
what?
of $2,000. If you post that, then yes, you would be processed and released from custody. You would need to ensure you get yourself to each of these hearings. The one we're talking about tonight is a probation revocation hearing May 2nd. That'll be in the downtown Superior Courthouse on Jefferson Street. Your misdemeanor charges will be at a different facility. Let me
Oh,
take a
that's
look.
good.
That's
That's
going to be
good.
at the Surprise Municipal Court.
So.
Did you give him that warranty note
The 3 misdemeanors and surprise.
between the crack?
How much those fines is? Is they?
Did you
don't
let them
have
know
any
that the
fines
extended
because
warranty
you
was
haven't been
was
found guilty of
expired?
anything, but you do have a bond of $1,500 if you want to be released from custody prior to your hearing on April 29th.
Right. So what if I go through a bail bond and do both of those?
You should
So
have
then
put
it
one of
would
my
be
stickers.
$2,000 total. It's typically 10% plus collateral. So you're looking at
Yeehaw.
$200 plus collateral if you use a bail bonding company.
Yeah, I might do that tonight.
For the
Hey,
two
Furby
cases.
Joy
So just make sure you let them know you have the two
Pro-
cases for
a
the
pro
total of
what?
$2,000, and then you can contact multiple different bail bonding companies and then see what your options are. But again, most of them are about 10%.
Thank
Okay? Thank you, sir. If you step to your left, they'll give you your
Appreciate
paperwork.
you. Good job tonight.
Thank
You
you,
see,
sir.
he's liking the live
Daniel
on this one
Olmeyer
better
to
than
the
the other one.
podium,
Not really, because
and
we
Mr. Baldwin to the
really
chair.
don't get that many people, and this account is restricted. They restrict it every 7 days, so it doesn't get pushed out like the other account.
Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Daniel Females Olmeyer,
9:30 and 78.
Somebody get this man a
Thank you,
blanket.
sir. It does look
He's
like you are
cold.
here on a probation violation warrant with allegations that you violated
And
terms
sleepy.
3 and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing May 2nd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release you'll need
It's
to
really
comply
cold
with.
in there.
It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. And then you'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bond you
Thank you,
post.
Kim.
All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
He's an
Yeah,
amigo.
it was on the alias on I tried getting a whole probation officer a couple times and she wouldn't answer.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
I was trying, but...
¿Qué
yeah, I
dijo?
did try
What'd he
to
say?
get her
What the
hold of her a
fuck?
couple times.
Relay that information to your attorney when you meet with them as it relates to the probation revocation hearing, okay? Thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Baldwin to the podium and Mr. Walker to
What
the
a
chair.
shivering fool. Up next on The Price is Wrong.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Who is it gonna be?
Baldwin, 51682.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing on May 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $250. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of
you
release.
for
It
that
will
daily
include
art.
contacting your probation officer within 72 hours.
I can't
You'll need
hear
to ensure you
James.
attend that hearing on May 2nd to
And
avoid
see.
any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bond you may post. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir. Mr. Walker to the podium and Ms. Sanchez to the chair.
You're hilarious, right, Amber? She had too much coffee tonight.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Blendon Walker, 11/29/1990.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing May 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at that hearing.
Okay.
You do have written conditions of release that will be included in your paperwork. It does require you to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. You'll also need to ensure you attend that hearing on May 2nd at 8:30 to avoid a failure to appear warrant and risk of being held on bond at the
16
next
Chevy,
time.
gracias.
Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
Grief.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Ms. Sanchez to the podium and Mr. Bryant to the chair.
This judge, she's ready to call it a night, man. She's been nonstop for the last few hours.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jennifer Sanchez, 8/20/81.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause
I'm
has been
shocked.
found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 13th at 8:30. It looks like you're also on probation, and so when you were picked up for that offense, it is a Term 1 violation of your probation. So I'll appoint an attorney in that case as well, and you'll have a probation revocation hearing May 2nd at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at those 3 hearings. You'll have written conditions of release you need to comply with that will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours.
You don't miss
Date,
the
times and location for those hearings will be in your paperwork. Did
you don't
have
miss the sack lunches.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, ma'am. Mr. Bryant to the podium and Mr. Cisneros to the chair.
No, you can't. You can garden in Arizona. Did she laugh? Maybe, no sé. How's everybody doing
Bradley
tonight?
Bryant.
Where you guys tuning in from tonight? Did she laugh? What? James, yup. Who's tapping in from across the pond? Where are my hello governors at? Oregon, Texas, Arizona, Austin, Seattle, Scotland, Maui, Long Beach, Arizona, Bay Area, Tennessee, Canada, UK.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Bradley
Mississippi.
Bryant,
And your date of birth, sir?
September 17, 2002.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new municipal court case. It does include 1 count of disobeying an order of the court, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on May 15th at 9 a.m. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance at your promise to appear, but I am cautioning you that if you violate the no contact order, it could constitute aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. So if you return back to the home that you were located at, you could be facing felony charges.
Virginia.
Your release conditions do include not returning to that location and no contact with the alleged victim, complainant, or witnesses. All of this will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions? Did you have any questions?
No.
No? Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork, sir.
Yeah, that was bad. All right.
Luis Cisneros to the
Crowd's
podium
coming
and
up
Isaac
soon.
Galindo to the chair.
Nothing that I could think of right now.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Luis Cisneros, 42098.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a
Australia,
new
420.
justice court case. It does include one count
Today's my
of
birthday.
exceeding the posted
I thought your
speed
birthday
limit
was
by more
yesterday.
than 20 miles per hour, a Class 3 misdemeanor.
Anyhow, happy
Probable
birthday.
cause has been found. However, due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire an attorney at your own expense. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in the San Marcos Justice Court on May 13th
This is
at 10
live?
a.m. I am releasing you today on your
25th.
own recognizance that you're promised to appear at that hearing. You do have written conditions of release that you need to comply with, and it will include you are not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. While I am not suspending your driver's license, the MVD may administratively suspend it. So you need to check with them if they have placed any restrictions on your driver's license due to this pending charge, okay?
Okay, so this is a misdemeanor, so it's like it can be dropped once I pay my thing, because it's like I said, it's my first time ever in the jail, so I don't know how this whole process works. So
it is a misdemeanor. You'll have a hearing in the justice court, so it won't be out of the superior court.
Okay.
You haven't been found guilty at this time, so you're just going to have your first arraignment hearing will be May 13th at 10 a.m. And you could discuss moving forward what the options are with the judge at that time. Because it is a misdemeanor, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire an attorney if you would like to bring one to that hearing on May 13th.
Okay, and another thing, do you know if where they towed my car at? Do you know they're open on weekends or no?
I don't even know
That's
where they
okay,
towed
no
it
worries,
at.
thank you.
Hopefully when they give you your
Is that better?
belongings back, they should give you a sheet on where to find it, but as far as the dates and times, I
Okay,
don't know.
that's all I needed to know. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. If you step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Isaac Galindo
Hey, thank you
to
for that
the
daily
podium
heart.
and William Brunswick to the chair.
So like that, you know what time it is.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Isaac Galindo,
Thank you for that daily heart.
2002.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony,
'Cause
and one count
crime
of
never
criminal
stops.
trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. For purposes of this hearing only, I am not
Thank you.
finding probable cause as to the narcotic drugs. I am only finding probable cause to the criminal trespass charge. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a status conference May 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 13th at 8:30. I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance at your promise to appear at those hearings. You will have written conditions of release. It will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. You'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid a failure to appear warrant and risk being held on bond if you fail to appear. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just step to your
I
left.
think
I'll give you
there's.
that paperwork,
I
sir.
want to say 6,
William Brunswick to the podium and Faustino Gomez to the chair.
but that's just a guess on my end. I'm not from Arizona, so I'm not exactly sure how their judicial system works, if you will, if I said that right.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
William Brunswick, 12994.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you're here on a new municipal court case. It does include one count of shoplifting, removal of goods, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found. However, due to the nature of your charge, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire an attorney at your own expense. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on May 14th at 1 p.m. I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at that hearing. You're going to have written conditions of release that will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you.
Next.
Faustino Gomez to the podium and Mr. Benitez to the chair.
Mr. Benitez. I can't see the mute. I can't see the mute button now.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
September 16th, 1972.
And your name?
Faustino Gomez.
Thank you so much. It does look like you are here on a justice court warrant that was issued
Yeah.
related to an offense in 2023, driving on a suspended license. It indicates you failed to appear at a hearing on September 14th, 2023, and so a warrant issued the following day on September 15th, 2023. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel due to the nature of your charges, but you can hire an attorney at your own expense if you would like to. I'm going to give you an arraignment hearing in the Agua Fria Justice Court on May 14th at 10:30 in the morning. I am going to release you on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at that hearing.
No, I do, but what I wanted the delegate was that if they get that, I know it's $600 what I owe, right?
¿Qué?
Well,
¿Qué dice este
you
güey?
have a bond of $600, but I'm not ordering you to pay a bond. You're going to be released on your own recognizance if you promise to appear at that hearing.
No,
Yeah, Anita, thank you.
Okay, so then they'll tell me how much I have to pay a month or something like that?
Kern County
you
Jail
failed
is
to
dirty
appear at a
and
hearing,
smelly.
you haven't even been found guilty. If you're found guilty and they have fines, they'll let you set up a payment plan, but at this time you don't owe anything.
I understand what you're saying now.
Okay?
Thank
Does
you
that
so
make
much.
sense?
Thank you so much, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, grab that paperwork and make sure you attend that hearing.
Thank you so much.
Hey, some people they can't help
Thank you,
themselves.
sir.
Those
Mr.
are the type of
Benitez
people
to the podium.
that get in the back of the cop car and they just start talking and
And
talking and
David
talking.
to the chair.
Then they get to the interrogation
Good
room and they
evening.
just
Do I
spill
have
all
an
their
interpreter
guts.
on the line?
I want to see
Yes,
the mute
Miss
button at
Lloyd.
the time.
Good evening. I have one case and we'll go ahead and get started. Good evening, sir. Could I please get your name and date of birth?
Oh, we got the T-Move translator. What's that?
Mi nombre es Felipe Navarro.
Justice for the mute button.
¿Y cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
5 de abril de 1995.
He's from 95.
Repítamelo.
5 de abril de 1995.
He sounds kind of, his speech
And the
sounds
date of
slurred.
birth is April 5th, 1995.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued.
Muy bien, está aquí porque usted falló de aparecer para una orden.
I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you.
Voy a reapuntar el abogado que previamente ya había sido apuntado para representarnos.
I'm setting an arraignment hearing on May 2nd at 8:30.
Now he probably got picked off the street.
El 2 de mayo a las 8:30 usted va a tener una cita.
And I'm affirming the
this
cash-only appearance
live?
bond of $3,000.
Y usted va a tener una fianza de efectivo solamente de $3,000.
If you post bond, you have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime.
Si usted paga la fianza, los términos de su liberación incluyen que usted no puede regresar a la escena del crimen.
You'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid a future failure to appear warrant and forfeiture of the bond.
También, por favor, atienda esa cita para que no le volvamos a someter un cargo por no aparecer a las citas y su fianza sea rechazada.
Did you have any questions, sir?
¿Alguna pregunta?
Claro que sí. Esta
Yeah.
fianza es por lo de los cargos federales.
Yep. Just go to his playlist.
¿Por los cargos federales, digo?
Sí.
This bond, is that for the federal charges?
This is for the Superior Court charges related to burglary and forgery.
Esos son por los cargos que la Corte Superior le
Mind the
dio
gap.
por el robo y falsificación de documentos.
¿Puedo preguntar otra cosa?
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Gracias. Yo soy bajo fianza por inmigración. Si pago esta fianza ahora mismo, ¿voy a salir de inmediato o me van a detener de nuevo?
Not yet. I haven't. Nope. I haven't had any time.
So I am out on bond with immigration. So if I pay this bond now, will I be set free immediately, or
Nope. You're gonna go back to immigration.
If you're out on bond with immigration, I don't believe you should be arrested on that as long as you're complying with their requirements.
Si usted está en fianza con inmigración, no creo que vuelva a ser arrestado con que usted cumpla los requisitos de su liberación.
If you post bond on this case, it takes about 4 to 6 hours to process you out of custody.
If you will.
Si usted paga la fianza de este caso,
$50K, thank you.
Tomará más o menos 4 a 6 horas para que sea procesado y liberado.
Está bien, muchísimas gracias. Sí, gracias.
Thank you so much, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Gracias.
Hacia la izquierda.
That concludes all of our Spanish cases this evening. I really appreciate your assistance. Feel free to disconnect at your convenience.
Thank you.
My email information, it's under
Can I
my
have
profile.
David to the podium?
It's James at youhaveacollectcallfrom.com.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
David Tesla guy, 12/21/94.
Thank you, sir. It looks like you're here on a warrant coming from the Salt River Pima Indian community. It looks like there's 2 warrants that have been issued for your arrest. So it's going to be a little bit different how we handle your hearing than what you've been seeing previously. So it does look like the first warrant indicates that you had escaped from custody. Looks like you were in their Department of Corrections and you escaped incarceration. And that's one of the warrants. And as a result, you've got new charges for escape coming again out of the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian Community Court. So they have indicated that they want to extradite you back to the Salt River Pima Indian community. So you have a choice to make here today. You have the option to say you're ready for them to come pick you up. If you choose to do that, you will be held here in the Maricopa County jails for up to 30 days, non-bondable, starting tomorrow, so long as you don't have any other pending charges locally. And you would be saying, I'm willing to wait here so they can come pick me up, and then you can go take care of the pending cases you have there. Or in the alternative, you have the right to demand that the governor of both the Indian community as well as the Maricopa County or the Arizona governor sign a warrant ordering you to go back to the Salt River Pima Indian community before you're taken there. That is a process that takes about 60 to 90 days. If you were to choose to do that, I would set a hearing on May 5th at 1:30 in the downtown Superior Courthouse. That hearing is civil in nature, meaning you would not be entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you could hire an attorney for that hearing. If you did that, you would have a $50,000 bond on your new charges, but you would still be held non-bondable on the escape charges when you escape from their Department of Corrections. So even if you chose that route, I wouldn't recommend posting the bond for the $50,000 because you're still going to be held non-bondable on the original charges.
Can I just waive my rights and just get...
So you would like to waive your rights and say you're ready for them to come pick you up and
Drop
you'll
one,
be held
flush
non-bondable here starting tomorrow. If you don't have pending charges, they'll have 30 days to come get you. Is that what you would like to do?
So they could come sooner than 30 days?
They could come sooner. It's just we give them up to 30 days, but it could be sooner than that.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Because you are waiving some rights, I'm going to ask you some questions. Make sure that you are doing this knowingly and voluntarily before we have you sign those rights. Did you have an opportunity to review the laminated card that was given to you before you came in here?
Yeah.
And do you understand that you do not have to sign this paperwork?
Now, so like okay, so the res, they're not supposed to have jurisdiction over us outside of their tribe. What changed? Like, why did they...
So you have a warrant for your arrest, and so if you want to dispute whether or not they have jurisdiction to extradite you back, then I could set that hearing on May 5th at 1:30. If you sign this paperwork, you would be waiving that right and indicating you're willing to be taken back.
But as a judge, Am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah, so we give full faith and credit to any valid warrant, and so you do have a valid warrant coming from there. We won't extradite you without allowing you to exercise your rights, which is that hearing I would set for you on May 5th, unless you say you're willing to waive those rights. But we will pick you up on any valid warrant.
But at the end of the day, you guys are still going to send me back over there.
I don't know what the result of that hearing would be. It is your right to contest being extradited back, and I'm happy to set that hearing for you.
I'll just go handle it.
You're willing to waive? Then let's continue with those questions and just make sure that you're knowingly, intelligently doing that. So do you understand that you do not have to sign this paperwork?
I understand.
And do you understand you have a right to an extradition hearing that I would set on May 5th if you chose not to waive your rights?
It sucks because you guys don't do right by me, man. Like, it's weird. If you guys, I wish I could be like, hell yeah, like, you guys would help me, but you guys don't. So,
nope.
Let's get.
Not today.
Understand.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed?
What?
Excuse me, do you understand that you have the right that a governor's warrant be signed by the governor of both the tribe as well as Arizona before you're extradited back?
I'm waiving that right? Are you saying?
So I'm asking, you would be waiving that right if you sign this paperwork, and I'm asking, do you understand that you have that right here today?
It's time to pay the piper home, boy.
Like a big deal.
It's a big deal.
If you're not comfortable waiving
I'm comfortable. I just look like, I just want, if I waive that right, I just want it on paper. Like, they can't kill me, right? Like the cops over there.
Wait, what?
They cannot legally do that, no, sir.
Legally, they can't, right? I can have legal matters.
Correct.
Are you sure?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, I'll wait.
Are those some of your concerns you have with going back?
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't have to waive your right. What I can do is set that hearing on May 5th. You can contact legal counsel if you would like to. And then if on May 5th you've decided you want to go ahead and move forward with waiving those rights, they'll give you that option again. But that would give you time between today and May 5th to speak to counsel and decide what you want to do moving forward if you have some concerns about your safety.
I wonder what he did to them for
I'm
them
just
to feel
waive
like
my
that.
rights.
Okay. Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork that we just talked about? Give up all those rights? Okay. And has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign this paperwork?
A lot of people.
A lot of people have threatened you and
I don't know their names, but...
Are they real people?
As it relates to signing your rights away today? I'm sorry, can you say that again, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medications within the last 24 hours?
A little bit.
No?
He
okay,
said,
I find that you
no.
knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing this waiver, and I'm going to also sign it. I'm going to direct the sheriff's office to notify them that you are ready to return. They will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless you have any other local pending charges. If there are local pending charges, the 30 days will not start until you've resolved those.
I don't have any charges.
Okay, so then if you don't have any pending local charges, then the 30 days starts tomorrow. They have up to 30 days to pick you up. If they don't pick you up, you'll be released.
Do you know where I'll be housed? Or they could send me anywhere still?
I don't know how the tribe will do it.
No, I'm talking about...
Oh, here? You'll be housed at one of the jails right around here, but I'm not sure which facility. You'll go back and be classified, and then that will determine which jail in Maricopa County will house you.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any further questions before we sign this paperwork?
So legally, they can't kill me?
Wait, what?
Cool.
Anything further? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign this paperwork. We're going to put that you are waiving your rights here today.
Poor fool.
And then, again, you will be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail, giving them an opportunity to come pick you up. All right, if you'll step up here, I have signed the paperwork. They're going to collect a couple signatures from you.
Hey, whatever he's on, hey, that's why you shouldn't be doing those substances. They really mess with your mind. They amplify whatever.
You're going to have to sign again, sir.
Whatever fears you have and whatnot. And you know what? And he might have some valid concerns, but pretty much at this point, the judge's hands are tied. You know, he belongs. He's part of a what do you call it, of a tribe, I believe. Hopefully I'm saying that right. To one of those tribes, so they're the ones that govern him. Obviously, he broke some laws over there. He escaped, so hey, he needs to go pay the piper, if you will. Can you do Minnesota next week? I'll check it out. I'll check it out, if you will. And if you haven't done so, please do so. She was very patient. She was very patient with him. Please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Let me see. Is he worried about being sent to El Salvador or just the tribal? This tribal. Yeah. Let me see. Is this court case? Is this court case live? No sé. I don't know. If I had a nickel for every time somebody asked that when they come into this chat, I would have at least like 5 nickels. I would have a whole quarter at this point. It's AI laughing out loud. Yeah,
doesn't say, it says count 1, escape.
Yeah.
It doesn't say which felony, and that's for the new charges. Let me see if the other one says
you know what?
anything.
That's a good question right there.
The
I don't
other one
know.
related to misconduct involving weapons, theft, and unlawful flight, but again, it does not list.
Man, this is my first time coming across this stream, and you treat me like this. I'm
Yeah,
out
so
of here.
I don't know how their law works.
Trouble
It's
Joes are
listed
worse,
as
I hear?
Section 6-33 is what the charge is, but it doesn't list what level of felony it is.
I'm out of here, James. I'm out of here. How rude. Target. Bitch. Let me see. They are their own government. Yup, they are. So pretty much, even if the judge didn't want to send them over there, it is what it is. She has no control over it. Like, they were here before everybody else. So anybody that says like, nah, this is my land, nah, hey, that's their land right there. I came on the Mayflower and I came on with the Mayflower and who else? You know those other 2 boats talking about the originals? Nah, the originals are them right there. That's right, Moon Knight. Hey, Moon Knight knows what time it is. Where you been? I haven't seen you in some time. Let me see. They take crime very seriously, like eye for an eye. Eesh, gators. I'm trying to keep the 2 that I have right now.
Perfect. If you'll take a seat out there.
Wait, what? Body parts?
Good luck, sir.
Oh, hell nah. I'm straight. I'll stick to the streets of LA, if you will. What's happening?
And then if we could clear the courtroom for our last matter.
Just to give you guys a heads
While
up.
you do that, I'm going to work on a couple of warrants.
If you've ever had any type of trauma, it'll probably be best for you to leave. Because whatever you're about to hear next, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something bad. So there goes your warning. There goes my public disclaimer. I cannot be held responsible if this triggers some old memories. If you've been through anything, because it's about to get real, if you will. This is the time of the stream that I slow down on the jokes and whatnot. Get ready with the flush. Except for the toilet, because that one's mandatory. That's all the time. Demon hour. And somebody was asking, like, why do they have court so late? It's because crime never stops. Crime is going on all day long, 24/7, 365 days a year. It's like the Arizona court system. They have court every single day of the year. Every day? Even on the Lord's Day? Sunday? Yeah. What about New Year's? Yup. What about 4th of July? Yup. What about Thanksgiving? Absolutely. What about Christmas Day? That my answer's not
Do we
going to
have the last
change.
inmate in here?
My answer's not going to change, all right? Court's happening regardless.
Donovan Moore.
Ain't nothing going to stop this court. So much crime, so little time. Florida, we don't have court unless weekdays. In Florida,
He's a knock, so I'm wondering.
in Miami, they have court every single day of the week, Monday through Monday or
Okay.
Sunday
Nobody told us that.
through
Thank
Sunday.
you. Okay, case number 24 will proceed as a house call due to Mr. Donovan Moore being in closed custody. Date of birth June 14th, 1992. We are here today on a grand jury warrant for 1 count of sexual abuse, a class 5 felony, and 1 count of assault, a class 3 misdemeanor. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent him and set an arraignment hearing on May 2nd at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond of $25,000. If bond is posted, he'll be released to pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. He'll have written conditions of release he needs to comply with, including not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 7, Donald Roche, date of birth May 21st, 1982, will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self. We are here on a new justice court case, and it does include 2 counts of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found. However, due to the nature of his charges, he's not entitled to court-appointed counsel. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the El Centro Justice Court on May 15th at 8:30, and I am releasing him on his own recognizance. That's his promise to appear. He will have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 12, Reginald Jones Howard will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to others, and he's currently in isolation. Date of birth February 20th, 1995. We are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct, a class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing counsel to represent him. I'm setting a status conference May 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 13th at 8:30. I'm releasing him on his own recognizance as his promise to appear at those hearings. He does have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims, complainant, or witnesses. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 15, Robert Edwards, date of birth February 6, 1993, will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to others. We are here on a direct complaint with an offense date of September 27, 2024 for 1 count of aggravated harassment, a class 6 felony. I am going to appoint an attorney and set a status conference May 9th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 13th at 8:30. I am releasing him to pretrial services. He will have written conditions of release he needs to comply with, and then he'll need to follow the instructions in the envelope provided to him. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 29, Mackenzie Gonzalez, date of birth January 9, 2003, will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to herself. We are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 2 counts of aggravated assault on a first responder, a class 5 felony, 1 count of resisting arrest, a class 6 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct, a class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing an attorney to represent her. I'm going to set a status conference May 1st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 5th at 8:30. I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If bond is posted, she'll have written conditions of release she'll need to comply with, and it will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. All of this information will be included in her paperwork, and if anything changes after I meet with her, I will update the written record. We do need to reprint number 29. That concludes our 11 p.m. calendar. We will now stand in recess until 5 a.m.
11 p.m.? No way. No. James put that in. He manipulated that wording right there. There's no way she said 11 p.m. because where I live, they would never have court at 11 p.m. Where I live, they only have court until 4:30, maybe 4 o'clock. No sé. No, it can't be true. It can't be true. James a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar, a cheater, and a manipulator who wants to go to court at 5 a.m. Next court's coming up at 5 a.m. No, James, stop it. You're a liar, a cheater, and a deceiver. There's no way there's going to be court at 5 a.m. Oh, is it over already? That's it. It's over. This is it. This is it. And you know what time that is? I gotta go and watch. It's Friday night. I gotta go watch Love After Lockup with my wife. She's probably sleeping already because she got tired of waiting for me. So I'm gonna have to wake her up really quick. You know what I'm saying? How to have fabulous sleep. So hey, someone in the area go make a live appearance. Hey, that's what I'm telling you guys. If you guys, whoever shows up here, or if you know anybody that gets locked up all the time, tell him, hey, what's up? Hey, give a collect call, a shout out right here in Pima County or Maricopa. We would highly appreciate it. Good night, buenas noches, Tita. This court, this is court for people in custody, not regular court. Have a beautiful couple of minutes. That's okay. Live PD is on. There it is. You said it. I didn't. You said it. Good night, James. Hey, I appreciate all you guys that tuned in. If you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free. It's free for you. It's free for me. Hey, I don't ask for any gifts or anything, but I do ask for follows, shares, dropping some comments on my videos, and reposting the videos. That's it. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. You know, have a great night, sir. Hey, thank you, Don. Highly appreciate that. Night. Sleep tight, flush if you will. Don't mind. Hey, thank you for that daily heart right there. Appreciate you guys. Mind the gap. That's right. Hey, I know a lot of Americans that don't know what the mind the gap is. It's a me, Mario. Buenas noches. Okay, so this is what mind the gap is. So when you go on the underground, what's the underground, James? In other words, is the train, the underground train that runs under the city. It's really hot down there. So when you're walking around, you'll hear mind the gap, mind the gap. So it's the gap between the platform and the train when you jump on, so you don't get stuck. So you mind the gap. Don't get caught up in the gap, if you will. So if you ever go to Britain and you jump on the underground, now you know, mind the gap, if you will. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate every single one of you, whether you're participating in the chat, whether you're sharing, where you're tapping on the screen, if you're a lurker, if you're a hater. I appreciate everybody in here. I really appreciate you guys. This is a nice little place. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Highly appreciate that. Oh, the wrong one. Man, I'm all over here, all over the place. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys. Good night. I'm going to go ahead and take it down. But we did it. That's right. Yeah, only because of you. You did that. Anyhow, hey, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. I'm going to go ahead and start a new stream for the 5 a.m. And I won't see you at 5 a.m. because I'm going to be sleeping. I'm going to be out. But I'll wake up. I'm going to turn on the Dade County Court, which would be in Miami at about 6 a.m. If I don't oversleep, sometimes I oversleep. So especially in the weekends, because Monday through Friday, man, I be on it. Waking up, my sleep is all jacked up because I got to come be running these streams and whatnot. So just so you know, I do sacrifice to run these streams. So there it is there. Damn, James, now you're throwing it in our face now that you lose sleep over these streams. Hell yeah, I'm throwing it in your face. And what? Ike. Anyhow, hey, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short. Hey, I'm Collect Call James. You are watching You Have a Collect Call From. And like I say around here, appreciate you too. Life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we're out. And think about what I just said right there. Life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And that's it. You don't get to turn on your candle again. Once your candle is blowing out, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Before you get behind the wheel, make sure you're not drinking and driving. Before you put those hands on your lady or on your vato, think about it. It's not cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. If it's that serious, just walk away. If not, then you guys shouldn't be together. Anyhow, that's my positive message for the day right there. It's pretty simple. Make the most of every day. Yup. Anyhow, and with that, I'm out. A rato. Only in a good way. Man, you should talk with us like that too often. Nah, you know, you guys don't like that. You guys like the funniness. You guys like the entertainment. I can't bore you with those, like the real life issues.